So the world first race for Mythic Gul'dan, clearing the entire Mythic nighthold, is still underway. Today is the second day for US, first day for EU, and you know, it's great to see that the last boss wasn't killed in the first day, or the first like 48 hours, like the last boss, right? For Emerald Nightmare. So I'm kind of showing you guys what's going on right now, but I'm also going to rant a little bit about Blizzard, because I don't agree with the lack of support for the world first race. But let's talk about that in a second. Let's go ahead and look at these guilds. So as you guys can see, there currently is only 2 guilds that have killed Tichondrius. This seems to be one of the really first blocks in Mythic progression right now for these top end guilds. We have you know, more than 5, but I'm just going to show the top 5 on these top 5 here. We have 5 guilds here, but only 2 guilds currently have killed Tichondrius. So that's pretty interesting. And then you know, whoever they're going to go to next, you know, that's kind of underway. But there are 4 bosses currently that have not been killed yet in the race to world first. So that's really impressive. Tichondrius on Mythic and Gul'dan, I heard, are the 2 hardest bosses, but who knows? We're gonna find out when these guilds get those kills and talk about it. So it's pretty exciting. Now here's my rant about the world first race. If you're not like looking for this stuff, you're not gonna find it. I don't understand why, you know, Blizzard wants to go in this e-sport thing, you know, with you know, all the Hearthstone stuff. They have tournaments for so many video games, you know, for PvP wise. But why can't this content, PvE, be a lot better than it is? You know, I remember at a few BlizzCons, there wasn't very many, I think it's happened a couple times, that they actually had the number 1 and 2 guild race in content to see who did it first. That was exciting. I love to see that. But unfortunately, this world first race, you know, Blizzard isn't here to congratulate the guilds, being like, all right, they just got this kill down, they just got this kill down. I'm on Method's website right now, and they're doing the raid progression. I'm going to leave a link in the description so you guys can check this out and continue to watch as the race goes on. But this stuff for me is really exciting. I remember back in the Burning Crusades when I first saw my first tier 6 warrior, and you know, I was like, this is amazing. I saw all his gear. You can't get that anymore, right? Because, you know, transmog and things kind of took away from that, and the value isn't there with the tier sets anymore, right? But you have a world first race happening with the best guilds in the world competing for this one prize. Why isn't this advertised more? Why isn't this put out there more? Why isn't this tweeted about? Why isn't this on your Facebook? Why don't they show people this, right? Now, you look at the PvP scene, and the PvP scene overall, I'm not saying it's dying, but overall it's lacking in players, right? It's slowly whittling away from what it used to be. Raiding is almost the same way. There's so many different levels of raiding that there's not a lot of people that want to be a in-game raider. They don't want to spend, you know, 3 to 4 times of a week raiding content, wiping and wiping and wiping. Most guilds, they wipe it 3 times, and they're like, oh, this is impossible. And then you get into a pug, it wipes once, and everybody leaves. You know, that's the mentality we have for raiding right now. We don't see these hundreds and hundreds of wipes. You know, 3 hours progressing on a boss. 3 hours progressing on one boss is not a lot for these guilds. But for an average guild, like, you know, that just raids a couple days a week, 3 hours progressing on one boss, that could be a raid killer, right? It's like we're not doing it anymore. So if Blizzard would just advertise this more and show people, hey, there's a next level in raiding. There's this whole other side to raiding that you could be a part of and that we recognize, right? I think having the developers, you know, having people at Blizzard recognizing the players that are their top players are very important to the game's health. If you just, you know, you're just producing content and you're not showing these top end guilds, right? Most people know who Method is, right? Method is a brand that they made it into a brand. They have PvP teams, they have PvE teams, they have these things out there. But unless you're looking for that, you're not going to know who Method is. You might raid with someone from Method and be like, oh, I don't know, he did a lot of DPS. I look at guilds and I'm like, wow, this is cool. And it's not necessarily that I want to join their guild, right? But it makes me want to push progression. It makes me want to continue to play the game. It makes me want to push to that next level because I see the next level. I don't know. Just my opinion. My opinion doesn't mean anything. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it, favorite it, do whatever. If you guys are watching the world first race, who do you think is going to get world first Gul'dan kill? Alright guys. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. Do what you need to do. And I'll talk to you guys soon.